Born and bred in PE, went to school here, started working at Standard Bank straight after school. Not quite sure knowing what I want to do with my life. And yeah, from there I suppose it lifted off, and I eventually went to study at NMU. There've been a lot of opportunities to leave PE, but really it's my heart. My heart is here. That's me, I suppose, in a nutshell. I think I love spending a lot of time with customers, with clients, being out in their businesses. I cover a large geography, so basically the area outside of PE. Obviously the time on the road, there isn't a flight to Craddock or Graaff-Reinet. You've got to get in your car and drive the 2 and 3 hours trips. So a lot of time spent on the road. Face-to-face interaction for me is really the most important part of my job. The more you see people and interact, the more I'm able to grow personally, I'm able to grow our business, I'm able to grow people. Gosh, there's been so many. Yeah, growing up in the bank hasn't always been easy. It has been tough. It was traditionally a male-dominated environment. One of the biggest challenges I've had was I was off on maternity leave with my first child, and there was a restructure and the position I was in fell away. So I was kind of sitting at home thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to get back to? There's nothing, the jobs, I'm not there to kind of sell myself for whatever's new and what's available. I'm sitting at home. Our head at the time called me up and said, look, this position's vacant and I want you to do it. And it was quite a senior role. It's quite a big step up from where I was. It was heading up the finance department for the Eastern Cape. I didn't understand the work at all. I knew banking from a customer banking perspective. This was from the operational side. Bank accounting is completely different to business accounting, without going into too much detail. And I was so intimidated, but that was all that was on offer. And so I agreed. She really did a good job of talking me into it. And the first few months on the job, I thought, oh, this is the end of me. I am going to be so fired. I don't know what I'm doing. I really just need to get my act together here, and I need to really find out how to get myself on top of this job. There weren't many people around me that knew the job as well. There were only 2 people in the department, and I just had to find people that could help me and build relationships quickly with people out there that could just help me navigate it. I'm naturally I'm an analytical person. I like to solve problems, and I'm a misfix-it. It's my love language. If I can fix something, it's like I'm happy. And I think those things that kind of drove me to really get deeper and deeper into the things that needed to be solved, to learn how to do certain things. Also very much a control freak. I like to be in control of the environment, and just love working people. It's so easy for me to interact with people and connect. And I think that combination of having a passion for being a people's person and wanting to fix things really drove me to unpack this role and really get the biggest learnings out of it. I've always wanted to solve problems, and I've always been the one to kind of sort out disputes or things, the one that just calms everything down. I suppose that's really my natural way of approaching things. It's just to stay calm and just deal with what's life's throwing at you. Take the bull by the horns. I've had a lot of challenges growing up as well. It wasn't always easy, and you just had to make do with what was there. And I think those things just make you stronger. And even up until today, you just learn lessons from taking on things. For me, very importantly, one of the most important things I like to promote is always think about things differently. You try and think of it from different angles. We're so conditioned to think in certain ways, but there are solutions if you just look a bit further than what you're trained to look at. So always consider all options. Nothing is out of your reach. Don't conform to what society or what business or what your boss tells you is right or wrong. Go on your gut feel as well. Gut for me is, I always say, if your gut feel says do it, you do it. My staff always laugh at me, and I say, as long as you don't break the laws of the country or the legislative policies of the bank, it can be done. Look, I think it's very important to have a diverse team. I think everybody contributes differently to your team dynamic and cohesiveness. I've certainly worked with teams where there's been too many men. It just doesn't work. So I think that having a balanced team is very important. I have been given a lot of opportunities in my career, and I think as a woman I need to pass that on, and I need to create the opportunities for other women, share my learnings, give them the platform to shine, and I think the world will be a better place. I think ladies have certainly earned their right to the boardroom table. I suppose if I have to refer to one woman that I really look up to, and she was the first female provincial head in the Eastern Cape, a lady by the name of Hannah Siddiqui. She's now the country head for Stanbic and Angola. She's just such a tough cookie. I loved her, and I learned so much from her. And I think the company took a leap of putting a woman in charge of the bank. She just grew leaps and bounds, and I just always admired her, how she carried herself, how she was able to manage the corporate world. As I said, most of the meetings that we go to with companies, large corporates, are still very much male dominated. But by the end of a meeting, she managed to have everybody eating out of her hands. Just how she handled it. She was confident, she stood tall. She was just really a powerhouse of a lady, and she still is. She's still a fantastic lady. And I think our clients still today, and it's a good 10 years that she's left the Eastern Cape and went off, that they still ask about her. There were a lot of things when I was younger that seemed impossible, that were so far out of reach. And I'd like to say to the girls out there that nothing is out of reach. If you want something, go for it. Never stop learning. Don't end your learning at matric. Don't end your learning after your degree. It doesn't have to be formal learning, but keep on learning and keep, become a subject matter expert. Understand your field of expertise. Learn the boys' stuff as well, just enough to have conversations, the rugby stuff, the golf stuff, the MotoGP. Be able to have diverse conversations when you're with people. Professionalism is very important, always in your behaviour, the way you dress as well. Don't let anybody think any differently on why you got the job or the promotion. Sometimes we think what we want to say is not relevant, or is a silly statement. And you'll be surprised at how much value we as women can add. Keep a balanced life. Make sure that you make time for yourself. That's very important. Stay healthy. Always set goals for yourself. Never give up on your dreams. You have to have a balanced life. Just really go for it. Take the bull by the horns and go for it.